Hi, just like to welcome our latest patron on board, George Donahue. He's joined as a Kraken member. Thank you very much, George. If you would like to become a patron too, please click the link below. That will take you to our Patreon page and you can choose the tier you wish to be. We're also Amazon associates. Have a look in our description at the different products that we have. Just click on the link and that will take you to the Amazon page. So we've got Knight's Challenge just getting ready to depart, going on a non-stop sail to Portsmouth, estimated about 3 days. And that will become their next berth. We're leaving Hull Marina for now. See you later. Safe journey. Right, it looks nice and calm out here today. We've got some high tides at the moment. We're just about on slack water, I think, looking at this. Oh, it's just about turning.
Sunday. See you Sunday.
So let's just talk about diesel bug again. On here we've got 2 sample jars. These 2 fuels, this is red diesel, they were taken out of a tank that was known to be contaminated. This one, this specimen, wasn't treated. This specimen, some treatment, some clear winner debug was put in along with the fuel. Now this is about 8 weeks old now, and you can see the amount of bacteria growing in this specimen jar, whereas this one is still clear. What I'd also like to just talk about is Clear Winner's 31A. Previously, before I serviced the engines, we could only achieve 3000 RPM with our Volvo TAMD 41As. Bear in mind these are 30-year-old and okay, they've only done about 1200 hours, but you know, following the service, the next run we got up to 3500 RPM. But once we put 31A in, got to 4000 RPM without trying. It's just unbelievable. So we're going to have a look at the bow thruster today. It resides underneath that box there, so we've got all that to take apart. The easiest way I find to do it is take those 2 doors off over there. Then we can start taking all the trim off, because that's a trim frontage and top, and then we can get to the plywood structure underneath. So we've now got the cage off. The brush is looking good condition, but they're a bit stuck. I'm going to try if I can take that top cap off. And the armature looks a bit black, so I think it's just carboned up. I'm going to have to try and clean it. I don't want to take the motor off in situ whilst we're in the water, because I do not know whether that split line, whether that forms the seal or not. I doubt it, but if anybody's got a clue, please tell me. I think this is a Vetus bow thruster by the look of it. So we've got all the covers off. I'm just going to try running the motor from up here. That sounds nice. In that direction we're getting arcing. So it's arcing and it looks to be coming from this one here. So we've just cleaned one of the brush that was arcing and sparking, cleaned its contacts, freed it up, and we're back how we should be. Well, this is May Bank Holiday, Monday. We're in the middle of a storm. Wow. We're getting battered here today. It's throwing the boat around. It's almost as if we're at sea. And they would have expected to have been packed out over there. But not a soul about. Not surprising. And so we've had success at last. We've now got our Matsutec connected to our Raymarine Axiom. So up here in the top corner we can see the AIS symbol. Going to chart. Now we've got shipping around us, and we've actually got one on the move down here. And how did we do it? We're connected through a digital I-convert, so that's converting the 183 output from the Matsutec into NEMO 2000 for the Raymarine Axiom. We used pins 1 and 2 on the back of the Matsutec for the input into this box. It's only 2 wires, not 4. You only need 2 wires, and that's where we were going wrong. We had a problem last year whilst we were out running, actually. Our main bilge pump packed in. Now luckily didn't cause us a major problem, but it could have done. So what we need is a bilge alarm. So there we've got an alarm panel, so it just tells me I've got power, red light for alarm, and a buzzer, and it's fused. I've got a float switch here. Now this, it's only a small float switch, it doesn't need anything because it's only powering the alarm, it's not powering the pump. So a nice simple, fairly low cost switch. So we've got to make a bracket up for that, which I think I'll use some of my offcuts from Perspex. Just make a bracket from the Perspex. And we'll fit the alarm panel just at the entrance to our companionway below the light switches. So it will be there. We can hear, I've tested it, we can hear that alarm up on the upper deck when we're running. So we'll just have that mounted there so that if ever our main bilge packs in again and we get water in, this will tell me. So we've just cut a little template there for where we need to cut out a rectangular slot. So there we are, that's that cut out. Got a nice clear space behind. There is some wiring just to the side. That goes right straight down to the back of the switching panel, so I can pick up a permanent 12 volts, which is what I need onto this alarm. So for now we'll just put the front face on. So that's the easy part of the job done. Fitted the alarm panel. What we've got to do now is do the electrical connections behind it and make up a bracket and fit the float switch and make the connections for the float switch. I've taken the power for the bilge alarm from the mid bilge breaker. So that's power off. And on the alarm panel, power is off. Breaker's on, power's on. But as with a boat, you solve one problem and you come across another. Our old NavTrack store, which we are using for a heading sensor, which comes across onto the Raymarine Axiom, and that shows the heading that we're reading at the moment. It does correspond now nicely with the compass. So when we're running, we come round to almost due north, so we're up in 350 to 360 degree range. It seemed to lock out. Now we have tried to do a recalibration, and this is us recalibrating. To recalibrate, we spin on the spot around 360 degrees, noting down the compass and the reading that we get from this every 45 degrees, and then enter the errors. Now what I did it for 4 turns, 4 full circles, and then averaged the error and then put the deviations into here for each of the various points around. Next time we run out, we'll see if that made a difference.